Happy Monday, welcome to the Dressing Gown Diaries. As I was having my first sip of coffee and also, getting ready and thinking, what do I need to make the video? I went down to pick up the pack of magic cards from my office classroom that's still under renovation. And I just looked down a minute ago and I thought, this is just amazing. But last week when I shuffled the cards, because I haven't used them since, I didn't look at the bottom of the deck, but that's the card from the bottom of the deck. It's never too late to start again. And it's actually really the perfect opening for this video. So last week I was talking about getting clarity and asking the questions. And I know I mentioned why am I still in Mullingar? It was one of the things that was on my list. And I got my answer during the week, and it was that basically I hadn't found anywhere else that I wanted to move to. So sometimes it's time to move on, but you haven't worked out what or where it is that you need to be. And so I had huge clarity during the week. It was quite an amazing week in terms of everything that got done and the new vision I have for myself. One of the really interesting things about that was that as soon as I completed something, which was finishing and submitting my case studies for Feng Shui, almost immediately that was done. The hedges were cut outside, which I felt suddenly made me visible in the world. And then I went to an amazing networking event and a whole lot of things happened. And it's like when you get completion, or you complete something that's been hanging over you, then there's room for something else. And I know I often demonstrate this with people, but if you've got if both your hands are full, you've no room to take anything new into your life until you put something down. So when you put something down or you complete something, like me doing my Feng Shui case studies and getting them submitted, then now I suddenly immediately had this hand free where I was open to new experiences and new possibilities, etc. So that was the first really interesting thing, and it's like something I would challenge you about at the moment, especially now we're in the window of Chinese New Year. It's the perfect time to complete things, to clean things, to clear things, to start the spring cleaning, because then when we do all that, we bring in fresh energy, but we also make room for new opportunities. And the other really interesting thing I had was that, again, I had to go back almost on the same road and certainly back to the same county, unfortunately within a few days because I had to go to a funeral. But this time the really interesting thing was, all my life, and I'm sure a lot of you who've been on the spiritual journey, a lot of us came in feeling we were a bit different, maybe in our families or certainly, in the wider community or among our friends, and often not daring to show the fact that we felt like we were the black sheep. Maybe we were masquerading as a white sheep, but we were really a black sheep. But what did I see on my way over to Kildare the other morning? A full field of black sheep. And I thought, you know what? None of those black sheep feels like a black sheep. A white sheep in that field would feel like the odd one out and the outsider. And I thought, you know what? It's not that any of us are the black sheep. Sometimes we just haven't found our right tribe. So on that note, I'm going to pull a card for us. I don't know where there's from my kind of magic cards to support us for the week ahead. I'm just going to give them a little shuffle. But they're just some thoughts, and they're deep thoughts, and they're very interesting. And I kind of wish it was a dangerous place where I was driving and I was in a hurry to a funeral. But I kind of wish I'd got a picture of that field of black sheep. So this is so important. Respect is vital. And I remember this card was particularly put together for young girls because it's really, really important. It's very important for everybody, but it's very important for young girls to know they need to be respected. So I respect others, I respect me, I insist I am respected at all times. Respect is not negotiable. So on that note, I hope you have a wonderful week, and do be open to finding your tribe, but also think, what can you complete for yourself now, or set a deadline to complete some things in the coming weeks. And I look forward to seeing you in another video again soon. And until then, have a fab week. Keep going. Well done. You're doing great work. Bye.